What's going on, everyone? I just wanted to showcase the new product we have for the L series stuff, and this is one of the assemblies that's actually utilizing this newer product. This particular engine is a 3.2 14-to-1 stroker L28 assembly that I'm doing for a client overseas. A lot of development products that we've been doing on this assembly. He's running a full dry sump system. This is his own pan. He has his own crank trigger and cam sync setup to go with this as well for the EFI system that he's running. But the product that I want to showcase today is going to be bolted onto the new PAMS head that comes out of Japan. Fantastic product. Guys, if you have the budget to be able to buy one of those, definitely do so. But what I wanted to showcase with you guys is our Elite cam tower setup. So this is our billet two-piece cam tower. Now, why is this really important? Well, I'm going to go over a few criteria here that would make it quite a bit advantageous on trying to get something like this set up on an assembly, and why it's important to look at this sort of open-mindedly. Since conception of the L28 series, or even just the L series in general, you've always had a one-piece cam tower, and that limited your cam profile based on how big the cam journal was, meaning that you were unable, I should say, make this lobe bigger than this journal, right? Because the cam has to pass through a one-piece cam tunnel. There have been people in certain instances I've read and seen where they've grooved the one piece and they had to clock the cam and shift it on through. That can be a bit of a hassle, and you're not really giving yourself optimum cam profile based on the application you're really trying to run for. So what makes this different? Well, we're going to look at obviously making the front and rear cam tower. This might be something that we do in the future, but right now what we're looking at is this is a system to where you could loosen the cam tower front and rear, pull the entire cam up off the cylinder head and put a new cam on, right? And everything clears. You don't have to worry about the cam lobe interfering, trying to get through the cam tunnel. Now, what makes that so important, and why does that basically give you an advantage over others? Well, since you would never be able to get this lobe any bigger than that journal, you would never be able to run a massive cam lobe on this camshaft. You'll have to always continuously regrind the base circle to then offset to give you more lift, but there's only so much lift you can do. Why? Back again, because the journal's only so big. So by going to a two-piece cam tower, you are now opening up the possibilities to be pretty much endless. You now don't have to worry about how much lift the lobe has, how much base circle the lobe has, what size journal you're running on this. None of that matters anymore. And what that opens the door up for you guys to do is now you can run lift 600, 700, 800 thousandths lift, all depending on what the cylinder head will support in terms of airflow. But this gives you a complete wide open arena to run literally whatever camshaft you want, so long as you have the right piston to valve clearance for the new pistons, obviously. So I don't suggest picking this cam tower system up, going with a massive cam if you're trying to reuse your existing pistons that are in the engine itself. If you're to do that, you would need to pull those pistons out or check the piston to valve clearance based on the cam you're running. If you don't have enough clearance on that's inadequate, you would need to remove the pistons out, take it to a machine shop, and have those pistons fly cut for increased valve pocket clearance to the valve. Now, when you're looking at this, I'll try to get down the center here, but you can clearly see that that lobe right there is higher than the journal, okay? This particular camshaft has 620 thousandths lift at the valve. Now, the net figure on the cam is obviously a little lower since the rocker ratio is 1:5. However, you could keep growing this cam lobe if you wanted to. Wouldn't make a difference. As long as your geometry setup is so that you have the right rocker arm contact patch, the swipe is correct, you can adjust that with your shims, so on and so forth. You can run literally any camshaft you want. This now has taken the old performance handbook that everyone has read and dealt from years and years ago, and has completely closed that chapter on the performance side and opened up an entirely new chapter. This will enable customers and racers alike to make more horsepower at any given RPM, so long as the application is matched to the setup, right? But these two-piece cam towers give you that ability. No more restrictions based on lobe design in conjunction with cam journal diameter, okay? So what we've got over here is we have the caps here that go on there. We include brand new Allen head cap screws that go along with it. It is a two-piece cam tower. They come undersized. You will have to have these cam tunnels line bored and honed. Yes, it is an additional machining step to ensure that these things are done correctly. However, once done and everything lines up, it just spins beautifully, okay? Turbo applications, you can run just a remarkable amount of lift to get the valve out of the way. Any duration you want, any base circuit you want, pick whatever ramp rate you're looking to go with, so on and so forth, based on the application you're running. That's the most important thing about this. It allows you to custom tailor the cam to whatever application you want. No more handcuffs on your camshafts trying to basically stifle your performance arena. Your box that you have that you can go and go no, or go and no go and go, I should say, is completely gone. You now can run a legitimate race camshaft without any interference being in the way by having to go through a single one-piece cam tunnel. So be on the lookout. We're looking to offer these in solo kits that racers can purchase. You would then need to take that to a machine shop, have them line bore and hone it. You have the option to send your cylinder head in. We would do an entire ground up operation as far as machining processes to both the cylinder head and the cam towers, along with the camshaft. You'd also need to make sure, like I said, your pistons were either designed to go with this particular cam. If not, you would need your pistons to be modified to suit the cam for the right piston to valve clearance. We're going to continue to move on this project here, get this gentleman buttoned up, get him on his way. But this is going to be a new system going out here pretty soon that folks will be able to utilize going forward, so that you can run literally any camshaft you want without issue, any lift you want, as so long as it's set up for the piston setup that you're running and the application you're choosing. This is a big window of opportunity for a lot of owners to continue the performance arena in their L-Series platform. We're looking to debut these. We have debuted these to the public, but it hasn't been a real big push. We're working on trying to get this finally dialed in like we want to, and then this will be something that we hope to be able to offer along with a PAM's head and other projects that we have going down the pipeline in the future. So I appreciate everyone tuning in and looking over these new parts that we're offering. It's a Saturday here. I'm a little tired. Been working pretty long hours this week trying to get everything buttoned up, but I just wanted to showcase the new two-piece Elite cam tower system that we've got available to us now. So this is going to be something that's going to, I believe, basically open up the entire performance arena for the L-Series market. You know, this is going to be huge for the two-valve application. I know Nissan just debuted their 4-valve cylinder head, which looks remarkable. But purists that want to maintain the 2-valve setup, you really can't beat the PAM's head. And I think that this addition, going with the two-piece cam tower, is going to be a lot of people's go-to to go full-out racing in the future. These will be available for both L4 and L6. So obviously everyone knows they're all the same. You can run this system in both cylinder heads. We'll set it up however you want it and sort of go from there. There are some tooling things that you'll need to purchase so that you can install these correctly. We'll go over that in instructions when you get the product. Other than that, I think this is something that the masses are really going to enjoy. It's going to open up a lot of opportunity, and it will enable a lot of people to reach a little bit further in the goals that they're looking for. Appreciate you stopping by. Got any questions? Shoot us an email. Thanks.